not a guarantee that everything is perfect, but now it's good enough at least. I'm talking to Matt Davidson here, who is watching his former Golden Knights teammates. So tell us a little bit more about what you felt in the flying chamber, Matt, while we were watching the Golden Knights here.
Yeah, so Kirk had to take a phone call, and I was able to get in and fly a little more than I thought I was going to today, and it felt great. I think I might be a little tender on the sword.
So here we have Andrew Starr in the center, together with Jesse Stahler, and then to the left now on the other side is Jennifer in the point slot, and Andy, who is in the black team, is here in front of us now to learn the tricks of the top four-way. Although you don't see much of a difference already by now. It looks like the four-way training of the Golden Knights is really paying back. We'll talk more about this with Andrew on Monday on a visit at the training place of the Golden Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, I have two more Golden Knights here. This whole last week was all with Golden Knights. And I have this time Eric Heinzheimer and Matt Davidson. Matt, Eric, you missed that last week. We had a meeting with Scotty Rhodes and Craig and you and Kirk and you were missing, so
Yeah.
we're missing you.
Well, I just happened to come down for work. So
Work.
yeah, I'm here on a work trip. Flew into Fayetteville this morning.
So work is watching Golden Knights. So
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah. Well, we get to that later. So you were working in Rayford.
No, I flew down, parked the airplane in Fayetteville.
In Fayetteville.
Yeah, so I'm a corporate pilot these days, and I fly a Learjet.
Oh yeah, right.
So Fayetteville's on the menu this morning, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and seeing some training of the Knights.
Seeing how these guys are doing, looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you're lucky they're here, right? They were planning to jump in. Yeah, we were planning to meet in Laurenville at in an airfield in Maxon or so.
Yeah, we were the Golden Knights home training center, which is in Laurenburg-Maxon Airport. And yeah, we went out there. They ended up getting one jump and then got winded out, so we decided to come to the wind tunnel. And luckily it's close by, so they can get in and get some training. They've got Nick Hemlin in there right now coaching some four-way, and they're making great progress.
There he is, doing his work, right? So, evidence.
Yeah, he's focused.
Yeah, well, so what are you doing here? I mean, you're not Golden Knights.
Well, I'm here because I'm coaching them in 8-way, so I'm also covering down for Nick when he can't be here to coach for 4-way, and I just want to make sure that we're on the same sheet of music and making sure these guys are getting the same kind of information, yeah.
And you say, I remember, of course, you said that you have been working with them earlier, so not that unusual actually. And so how did you feel, Matt? We witnessed, I haven't posted this footage yet, but we witnessed your comeback, your flying comeback, on Eric, for you, we were here on, when was it, on Wednesday, Thursday?
Well, throughout the weekend I did, I flew on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I did 3 flights for each of the tunnel sessions that we did, and started out slow. I started out just, doing a one-way and getting in there and, testing out, making sure the hip wasn't going to fall off when I get in, and it felt fine, so decided to jump right into some 8-way, and did a drill jump at first, some 22s, and went great, felt great, so from there I kind of was able to pick and choose which jumps I wanted to do based on lack of impact. I'm still not ready to take any kind of shearing impact on the hip yet, so it's coming along a little bit faster than I thought it would, so really happy about that.
Yeah. You couldn't see you were in there. It didn't look like it made. Well, we have the footage. We let the audience judge it,
okay,
and see how it was. Let's go to the history of the two of you quickly. Eric, you give us a quick. You were teammates, so give us a quick overview of you and Matt Davidson.
Sure. Matt and I met in 1995, and we shared. Went to the World Championships in 1997 in Turkey. That was my first world meet, and the one and only world meet that I won. And Matt was alternate that year, so we both shared a gold medal in 1997, and we've been at it ever since. Well, he has. I sort of faded away into the background.
Well, you did other things. You went to judging first, right?
Yeah.
So are you still doing that actually?
Yeah, as much as I can. We'll see. I'm not sure what the judging status is, that the nationals were canceled, so there's a lot of judges out there that are going to be not current in judging, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, nobody knows anything much these days, right? So I guess we have to find out. Well, let's watch a little bit of the 8-way in here too. I don't see anything, I'm just looking at you. So thank you for the quick introduction. So that's they're mixed groups. So they're mixing up the teams. In this case, I think we have 2 of the gold team, 2 of the black team, Drew and Jennifer in there for the gold team, and now probably Jesse and Nick will be next. Maybe we are in a tryout here. Well, let's ask. So what do you see, Eric, in the tunnel? What catches your attention there?
It's amazing how far these guys have progressed, and some of these guys I really don't even know them that well. I know, that's why some of the other fellows, but they look pretty strong. It's amazing having this tool here in your backyard to be able to train like this. When I was, none of these guys are new guys, but when I, back in 95, 96, there was no wind tunnels except for the one over on Fort Bragg. And it was only about like 10 feet across or something, and you could only do like some 2-way drills, and that was about it. But amazing how things have changed.
Matt, what do we see actually? Is it a tryout? I mean, the groups are mixed up, obviously. It's not the gold lineup and it's not the black lineup.
Actually, it is gold and black lineup, but it's changed since the Nationals was canceled this year, so they were able to restructure and shuffle things around a bit based on what people are going to be able to commit to, so they were looking a bit further forward to the future. So right now they do have a gold and black team, and they decided to put Andy on gold team to try to bring him up a little bit faster. I'm not sure if they'll stick with that, but Andy's doing great, and it's already seemed to pay off quite a bit. yeah, working with Nick, I mean, Nick's depth and breadth of knowledge is so extensive that they're really coming along in a short amount of time that he's been working with them. So it's it's impressive for me to see too, just in the last few weeks,
So
how much they've progressed.
the two teams in here, or the people that we see in there now, are actually a complete 8-way lineup.
Yes.
Okay.
So right now their plan is to, hopefully I'm not giving away their information, but their plan is to focus on 4-way up until December, January timeframe, and then get back into to 8-way full time. So the theory behind that is to get them moving a little quicker, a little bit faster, and then once they get to 8-way where things are just tend to naturally be a little slower because you get twice as many people, that they'll be able to react just a little bit faster.
Yeah, we're not giving anything away. I know that Drew has mentioned that, but I didn't know it would be so intense. So I'll speak with him later about that too.
Yeah.
Thanks. So it's the 8-way team, the complete 8-way team, just with different lineups, and we'll let Drew explain that later to us. Let's just take a look at now. Okay, so we have still 3 of the former lineup, gold team lineup members in there, and only Andy is new in it. And Nicholas Hamlin, that is. So the other Nick is actually Nick Grimm and not Nick Hamlin. Nicholas Hamlin is here for coaching, as Matt explained. And the two friends are watching it with great interest, obviously. And we're switching back to the gold team. So Andy told me actually the other day that he still has to go through the official tryout procedure, but here he is. He's in the rear piece there with Drew Starr. He's in the tail slot on Canadian T now. German roots he has. And is now training and competing with 3 world-class 4-way competitors to get ready for 8-way tasks. Session over. Well, let's see if we can talk to the two bosses. Too late, too late. All right, here Mr. Nicholas Hamlin and Mr. Matt Davidson, they seem to have a lot of fun when they're training. Well, we're just going to ignore them now and we're going to talk to team captain Drew, Star, and Jennifer maybe too. Yeah, she can help us.
Absolutely.
So, no, I don't want to ask you. I was tempted to ask you why is Matt laughing that much, but we're gonna skip that. Huh?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. All I
Yeah.
know is when Matt laughs, it makes me laugh, and I don't even know what the joke
Yeah.
is.
And when him and Nick get together, you never know.
Yeah, and they're spending a lot of time together now, right? In
They
Eightway.
are. They're peace
Yeah.
partners too.
Oh, they're peace partners. That's why they're bonding. It's just a bonding effort. I see it. Peace partners.
We also put that.
All right. Well, anyhow, we're talking about Golden Knights here. All right. So let's leave them alone. The lineups have changed, Drew. What's going on?
Yeah, well, the lineups have changed. The focus of training has changed. With the cancellation of nationals, we don't have like a 2020 goal to kind of work towards, other than building the strongest competitors that we possibly can. So we sat down and kind of took a look at the way some of the top 8-way teams and the top flyers in the world are approaching that. And it really kind of gave us the opportunity to work on some forward, which is something that the Golden Knights haven't been really fluent in since we had the women's team. So we broke the 8-way team up into 2 4-way teams, the GK Black and the GK Gold that we've always had. And we're pushing through the rest of 2020 with a 4-way focus. And that's with the intent to build stronger, faster competitors who can process information faster, problem solve faster, and get used to working a faster block technique so that by the time we come back to 8-way, we're hoping the things will slow down in our eyes, the block technique will be a little bit easier, so that we can really jumpstart the 8-way program. As we roll into 2021, looking for a nationals win, trying to go to a World League National in 2022.
Well, I remember we talked about this before, and I do remember that you were planning to put way more efforts into 4-way training skills, improvement, and all that kind of things. But now it looks like it has become almost an experimental project because you haven't even done any 8-way yet, right? Pretty much nothing. Jennifer, have you done any 8-way yet?
We have done some 8-way. I mean, our training year this year has been very fragmented with everything going on now anyway. But we have done quite a bit of 8-way. But this was kind of our plan to get more bang for our buck with our training. So we feel like if we can break down into these small working groups and work on our individual skills within those smaller groups, then when we put them back together, when we go back to 8-way, then we'll be able to see the gains that we've made there.
And you're bringing in even one of the biggest and most experienced 4-way experts now for coaching, Nicholas.
Yeah. We figured if we're going to do it, let's do it right. Let's bring in an outside coach and get an outside perspective. Jen had great 4-way continuity with the women's team. I had a small amount of 4-way continuity with women, but neither of us had. Jen's understanding wasn't updated into 2020, and I just didn't get enough rhythm coaching to really be able to pass that along to the Golden Knights. So we looked for an outside source. We tried a couple different coaches, and Nick Hamlin seemed to be a great fit for us. So we've been working with him for a few weeks now, and it's been really beneficial.
Very quickly, I know they're waiting for you in debriefing, so just very quickly, the lineups. I saw you both with Jesse still, but there's a new member in the gold team.
So we took a new approach to the way we broke down gold team and black team. When it comes to meets, we have an A team and a B team or a developmental team. But we kind of looked at what is the longevity of the Golden Knights, what's the end state? The end state is to win a world championship. So we decided to kind of break up the gold team a little bit, allow the priority of coaching with Nick Hamlin to focus on the black team, which is the guys who've had 1 to 6 years of experience competition with the Golden Knights. And we brought in our 8-way videographer, Andy Siblin, with the gold team, so he could learn with Jen, Jesse, and I in a very stable, static environment to give him the best chance to learn and progress. So, as we move into 2020 and we kind of look at what the slots are in the 8-way lineup, Andy's going to be competitive for one of those slots, so we want to give a strong of a knowledge base as we can. So try something.
So the black team has changed too. So Nick is back in the black team now, but John isn't there any longer.
That's correct.
So you have somebody's new. So Andy is new. Nick is in the black lineup, and he is together with Rico.
Oh, Rico, Dave, and Reese.
And Reese and Dave. Okay, so we got that together, and that may change again, right? So that doesn't seem to be really a long-time commitment.
This lineup, the way we have things set up right now, is the purpose is to get the whole team as good individually as we can. So as opposed to taking the 4 best guys, putting them on a team together, and then the supplemental team to put them together. Instead of doing that, we tried to figure out a way that the whole 8-way team level, average skill level would rise together. So that was kind of our intent there. So even though we're doing 4-way, our intent is still to get better at 8-way.
All right, great, exciting. Well, we are following the progression. All right, sorry for holding you up. Thank you very much for taking the time and do your work.
It's always great talking to Nationals guy.
Thank you, Drew.